Oh, got original 1969 Volkswagen Karman Ghia. This is a rare radio. It's a Sapphire Playtape 1, they call it. Playtape 1 was come out around 66. Volkswagen is the only dealership automotive that actually offered it as an option for your car. The tape is very narrow. It's built like an 8-track with a head on the end, but it's very small. A lot of people seen this and thought it was a cassette deck, but it's not. It's called a 2-track. What are these called? 2-tracks. Because they only have, this one here only has 4 songs on it, channel 1 and channel 2. This is called a Playtape 1 because it's only a 1 channel on the Playtape. We fixed that though. We've completely restored the case, the insides, the background, the needle, everything has been redone on it. We've done a full conversion on it. It has AM FM stereo, auxiliary in, 4 channels out, 45 watts a channel, has 5 preouts on it. He's planning on adding some amps and kind of beefing up his sound in his Karman Ghia. So we went ahead and put them in there. It has a USB, which you can charge your phone here or your devices and play a thumb drive. You'll be getting one of these with some music on it. And that's your auxiliary in. This cable is a separate cable. It comes with it. You put it in after you put the radio in. Everything plugs into the radio. It has Bluetooth and voice command. Stream your music, hand-free phone calls, everything. We've also added a switch to it to operate it. And if I can get it out, I'm going to plug it in. Oh, it's trapped. It's trapped. Alrighty. Too many gizmos. I always start out with some orchestra music. Kind of show the radio and look around it. We have a little switch here that we've done. Excuse me, I'm gonna plug this in. If I can find the hole.
Middle Tennessee source for art, entertainment, and culture news.
Alright, we got that plugged in. It's just a little push switch that you can put in the dash or your console. And we'll demonstrate all of it, how it works. Right now you're on FM stereo and AM radio original with the original tuner. This is all done with the Aurora Design Products, which are made right here in the United States. They've been really good. I love the product. It works great. You can do any radio.
Along with
love me back. Love me.
It always had treble and bass. You also have now that you can run 4 speakers, you have fader and balance built in the same pot as your treble. I will demonstrate that.
A happy new year from our family.
But you have bass and treble just like it always did. If you want to go to AM radio, you just turn it off and back on. That takes you to AM radio.
Number 1 Clemson and number 2 Alabama both putting up big wins
football
in the
day,
semifinals.
New Year's Day.
Last time Clemson beat Alabama, 1905.
Go back to FM, just turn it off and right back on.
No? I appreciate you having us on. This is new music from the Afters. It's called Live On Forever.
Your treble and bass, all you do is take your treble and bass, go clockwise twice. That'll put you in the fader mode. When it quits beeping, as long as you're moving this control, it will stay in that mode till you find what you want. There's your rears and your fronts. Beep once, go back. Now we're back on treble and bass. Go the opposite direction twice. That's going to put you in the balance mode, right and left. There's your rights. There's your lefts. Let go. Now we're back on treble and bass. That's how your fader, balance, treble, bass, and everything works in the same pot. That way you don't have to add anything to it. It is a plate tape, and we have one of these. He'll be getting this with his radio. You can I found these on eBay, but they're cool. You just plug it in. Play your music. That's 2-track. There it goes. Pretty neat, unusual radio.
Easy. So when I need a few things, I go to Walgreens because schlepping my way.
And you can find these. You can get them from 4 songs up to 8, depends on what color they are. They're very rare, and they do cost a little bit. 2-track into a tape play one made by Sapphire.
Find great deals like Coke 12 packs.
Now let's go on with the other radio.
And 16-pack
You have auxiliary in, which you'll be getting the male to male. You just plug it in here,
Take 25% off Nike apparel.
and any device you want to put on it, you just bring it up and turn it on. It goes straight to it. Your auxiliary in, once you turn it off, you don't have to do anything. The radio will cycle back around to radio, or if you don't want to wait the 20 seconds, just turn it off and right back on.
October 23rd through 30th.
It remembers where you were at. It will not switch from AM to FM as long as you're coming out of the auxiliary.
Hello, this is Suzanne Flan with results.
That's how your auxiliary in works. You can plug anything into it you want to, satellite radio, CD player, whatever you'd like to put into it, you can do that. So you can get a wide variety of music.
Expect about Results MLS was how quickly everything happened from start to finish. We listed the house, and then an hour later we had a contract.
And we're going to run our Bluetooth in. We're going to make sure our phone is on and up on Bluetooth. Go to our settings. Alright, our Bluetooth is on. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the volume knob and crank it up twice. Hear the beep. A little blue light beeped once, and now Aurora Design showed up. Just tap on it, and we're going to finish pairing up. It will beep to let us know it's paired up.
364-0948. ResultsMLS.com. The smarter way to sell.
Now it's paired up to the phone.
But since money talks, we just ask the savings.
And you shouldn't have to do that but once. Every time you get in your car or turn your phone on, it will automatically find it. Sometimes it takes 4 or 5 seconds, and then you'll hear a beep during the music, and that tells you that you're paired up. Voice command, this is your mic back here. I just stuck it back there for the fun of it. And we're going to bring it up by taking your volume knob and go up twice. Play music. you want to change your songs on your phone, all you can do is you take your tuner knob and crank it up a little bit, and it will change to the next song. Or that's where this little switch come involved. You just reach over there wherever you'd like to mount it and just push it. Also, if a phone call comes in, the music will die. It will ring. You'll hear it ringing through your speakers. You can either take the tune-in knob and turn it up one click and answer your call and talk, or just press the button.
Am I wrong?
And that'll take you right back to it. You don't have to use voice command. You can just shut your phone off and then the radio will cycle back around to where you left it. We're going to tell her to put it in pause. Stop music. Okay, now it's gone to pause. The radio will come back around, it'll cycle back around, and we'll move on to, now we're back on stereo.
7622, or visit our website.
Alright, now we're going to go to our USB MP3 files on a flash drive. And you can fill these things up. You don't have to take CDs with you anymore. You can put everything on here you want to. And once you plug it in, it's going to go straight to it. Like to change your music, you can take your dial and turn it, or you can back up with your dial and repeat that song, or you can advance forward with your little switch. Very neat little radio, what you've done to it. Now, if you have this on the other side of your car, some people mount it on the dash or put it even in the glove box. You don't have to pull the stick out to go back to radio. You just take your volume knob again, and this time you're going to go down twice towards lower volume without turning the radio off, and you put this in pause. That's gone to pause, and now it's going to go right back to radio. Takes just a few seconds to cycle. That little light there, it'll change. Now we're back on FM.
Buy those things, linens as well.
Same thing as going down the road. You're listening to radio and you go, I want to listen to my thumb drive.
And then
right back to where you left it.
But I'm a stubborn man. I won't change my mind. Get with me, baby. I'm on your side. Am I wrong? One, two, three.
Put it back at pause.
Look out, babe.
Let's go back to radio. I think this tape might be doing a little squeaking. I might do a little work on it. Let's try that again. It's pretty neat. I really didn't know what this radio was when I got it. Well, after doing some research on it, we found these. And it's pretty neat. They didn't make them but a few years, 68. I think it started in 66. And Volkswagen was the only manufacturer that offered them in the cars as an option. And they was even going to sell the tapes in the dealership. And I think there's only about 250 artists that actually put music on a tape for you. So that puts it in the rare category. This guy's going to have fun with it in his car because a lot of people not going to know what that is.
Just too far gone, we were wrong. 'Cause looking right like a river, we got washed in the water.
Anyhow, there's your little 19, and it is a 69. We kept the original date on it. The owner of this radio actually done the zinking on the case. He's done a lot of mine, and they turn out real nice. I like to have the new zinking. I will be offering that on new radios. That way, a lot of people don't care what else behind the dash. It's still, it brings it back to the original look, and that's what I like. And we kept the numbers on it. I don't know how he done that, but he did when he zinked it. It's got the original dates and everything on it, and it's just a cool little radio.
We've been remade like grapes. We've all got wet.
For assuming right, seem to be the
Now get the all-new LG V10, designed to capture.
But have a good life. I'll take you to paradise.
Anyhow, I hope you like it. Thank you.